sad. I really am very sad. On the other hand, I suppose I should feel like a very proud dad. Jimmy Gower, who I plucked from the youth academy at Arsenal in the last round of transfers, I picked up quite a few of the young kids who were being released by Premier League teams, Jimmy Gower being one of them. He's actually been poached by Peterborough from the Championship. Not ideal, but we got 165,000 for him. They actually came in at something ridiculous like 65,000. So I called him in the office and I said, look, Jimmy, you know, it's not enough. You valued it like 140,000. So, you know, can we come to an agreement? So when he came to an agreement at 170,000-ish. Anyway, Peterborough, they were very insistent, came back again and said, yep, we'll give you that kind of money. So, unfortunately, he's gone. Or has he? I worked in a little bit of a deal. In fact, I worked 2 deals in. I've worked a 30% sell-on clause, so we get 30% of whatever he's sold on for. And also, we've managed to loan him back for the rest of this season. So we have still got him. You will still see him in a Fylde shirt, which is great news for us. And to be quite honest, if I can do the same thing again this season, when the Premier League teams release their unwanted youth players, I could pick. I mean, look at Kwamina, for instance. Kwamina is playing amazingly for us at left wing back. The other 2 lads, Casada Thorne and Linton, not really done as well. I mean, they've still got great potential, and maybe I just need to be patient with them. But Jimmy Gower has made us some really nice money, 165,000 for a club like Fylde. He's great stuff. So if we just have a quick look at that, I mean, he came in from Arsenal on a free, and this season he's made 23 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist, an average rating of 7.02. And when you consider that this lad is still only 19, and you look at an 18 for determination, a 16 for natural fitness, his mentals are, for his age, are kind of off the scale really. Physicals are coming on really nicely. Still needs a little bit of work in the technical department, and I'm sure when that's kind of worked on at Peterborough, that average rating will jump up to 7.4, 7.6. I think he's a star of the future. Unfortunately, clubs like ours can't really hold on to players like that realistically, and he did want to go. So anyway, we send him away with our good wishes. But we, when I say we send him away at the end of the season, we have still got him till the end of the season, which is really nice. Another thing we need to talk about as well is Charlie Brown. Not really doing that well. He's come back from the injury and he's not really scoring goals. He's having lots of chances in games and skewing them wide. Very soft in front of the keeper. So he's not I've got a different version of Charlie Brown than I've had before. So with that in mind, and running towards the end of the season, promotion push and all of that kind of thing now, and we're still in the FA Trophy, I kind of thought, right, shall I go out and sign another striker? So I did. We've got him on a 5-month contract just till the end of the season. And yes, it's Connor Wickham, 30-year-old Connor Wickham, 6'3". He's got a heading of 15, a jumping reach of 14. Obviously, he's not the Connor Wickham of old, but we've got him on a 5-month contract. And hopefully he will vie with Charlie Brown if he doesn't pull his socks up, and also Charman as well up front, who is still banging the goals in for us. And we also need to have a little word about Charlie Wiggett as well. Brought him at in the transfer window, and got great potential, this lad, 21-year-old. So Davis and Whitmore are regular centre-backs, both team leaders within the squad. And although I gave them new contracts because they had a really great season last season, obviously they've got a lot of experience, but the season is very, very long and I couldn't play them in every game. So I signed Charlie Wiggett as like the future of our defence, and I have been playing him alternately with Whitmore and Davis to give them all a fair crack of the whip. Wiggett, when he came in, he stipulated he wanted to be a no-nonsense centre-back. So this season, as you can see, he's made 23 appearances and he's got an average rating of 7.0. And I have been playing him every time as a no-nonsense centre-back. Anyway, however, he knocked on my door, boss, I'm unhappy. What you unhappy about? I'm unhappy that you're not playing me as a no-nonsense centre-back. I mean, what do you say? You know, he's played 23 times this season. He's played as a no-nonsense centre-back. So I thought, right, okay, I ain't having this. I'm not having, particularly young players, I'm not having them dictating to me. Don't want grumpy people in the dressing room. So he's in the under-21 squad. It's not ideal because he when he's come in, he's played really well for me. But I'm not having anybody. If he wants to carry on with that attitude, there's the door. You know, slam the door behind you, because I only want players around me who are happy and playing for the team, not thinking about what position they're playing and whether I'm doing the right thing for them. No, you're in the under-21s now and you can stay there until your grumpiness finishes. Anyway, back to the football. I'm not kidding. These players and the whinging and the moaning and the morale kind of gets on your nerves a little bit, and it sidetracks the football, which should be the number one thing. So back to the football. So I played quite a lot of football since you were last with me. So after that Wrexham FA Trophy third round win, we then played Oldham. Now, if you remember, we drew Oldham in the next round of the FA Trophy. So we're playing them twice in short order. So we played them away. We beat them 2-0. Harry Davies penalty. And Connor Carty came on for a bit of a rare appearance. Obviously, with Charlie Brown not performing very well, I'm having to shuffle things at the front. Then we had another away game at Notts County. We won that one 4-2. Played Woking at home, beat them 3-2. And then we had a little bit of a dip in form. Not quite sure what happened. Played Altrincham away, 0-0. Wrexham at home, who we just beaten in the FA Trophy 3-0. We couldn't get a 0-0 against them. Well, Wrexham they've pulled themselves right up now. I think they're second or third in the league now. So Wrexham are really turning it on currently. Then we played that FA Trophy fourth round game, and Luke Charman again started to get a little bit of momentum. He's been a little bit quiet recently. I think obviously those two games where we drew, Luke Charman didn't put the ball in the back of the net. He was tired. He was off a little bit injured. So we've been struggling a little bit without his goals. But he bounced back against Oldham. We won that 2-1. And then the next game against Dagenham and Redbridge, we won that 1-0. Charman on the score sheet again. And then we played FC Halifax. And Charman again on the score sheet. We won that 3-1. And then I literally had no idea what happened in the next game. Now, I patted all the players on the back, put them on the team coaching in Fylde. And the players got off in Yeovil, and they weren't the same players, I don't think. I don't know what had happened in the journey. I mean, we're 2-0 down. We're 2-0 down here. We just got absolutely battered. 3-0. The goals just kept raining down on us. I didn't know what to do. The players just didn't look like they knew what a football looked like. 4-0. 4-0. What's going on? But I suppose you have to understand that Yeovil are up there challenging for that top spot. They're certainly challenging high up for the playoffs. And they really turned us over. And they obviously were up for the game. And as you can see by the league table, yes, 30 games played. We are still top. By a fair margin as well. We've got 67 points, but Yeovil have pushed themselves into that second spot with 59 points. So there's 8 points in it at the moment, which is very, very nice. Walsall still have that game in hand that they always seem to have. I don't know why. The fixture lists are a bit strange, but Walsall always seem to have that game in hand. If they win it, then they'll go 6 points behind us. Guess who we play next? Yes, Walsall. It's a big game, this next one. So we've got a couple of games today. We've got a home game against Walsall. Really big game, this one. Hopefully we don't do another Yeovil, because that would be a bit of a disaster. And the second game will be Darlington in the FA Trophy fifth round, which, remember, it's our cup. That's our cup. We ain't giving it up for anybody. That's our cup. Anyway, just going to have a quick chat with the lads, and we'll see you very shortly in the dugout for this very important game against Walsall. Well, if you like your Football Manager played the Gobby Gaffer way, why not subscribe and give me a like? That means I can come back, do a lot of waffling, be a bit silly, and we're all happy, right? Well, this is a big game today. 3 points here, and we put some really good daylight between us and Walsall, who've been in that second place virtually all season. I mean, Yeovil have got it now, but it's very nice to put some distance between you and your rivals. Anyway, the team for today is Isted in goal. Back four of Quamina, Davis, Obi and Barrett. Gower and Dixon Bonner in midfield. Rowlett and McAllister are the two wingers, with Connor Wickham and Charman up front. So we're underway. Let's see what we can do. We need to hit the ground running as per usual, but Walsall have the first highlight. And they're going to play it out from the back. Not quite sure what the crowd is today. I'm still very, very disappointed with the crowds. We're still only getting max 2,500 in. I mean, we're top of the National League. Potentially we could be a Sky Bet League 2 team next season. And, you know, we're not even getting half the stadium full. It's not great, really. The people of Fylde are just not turning up and supporting, which, going forward, is a bit of an issue, I have to say. Hooved ball out. McAllister can't hold on to that one. So I've been tinkering with the formation again a little bit. I mean, I've gone with two up top again today. But the problem with Charlie Brown is I've gone back to one up top in one or two games and played with, you know, an advanced playmaker, attacking midfielder. Because Charlie Brown's just not been doing the job for us. And Walsall are well on top here. Fortunately, at the moment, they're putting the ball wide. Let's just go a little bit more attacking, give them a bit more encouragement. We need to start turning on a little bit here. Hoofed ball forward. Wickham should be winning that ball in the air with all of his tallness, but he's not done. That was a poor ball by Walsall. We're throwing it out. We're meant to be going long ball. We're throwing the ball out. Ball over the top. Nope, we're not winning that ball at all at the top. Okay, a couple of little tactical changes. I'm going to drop the tempo down, certainly the passing directness, and we're going to play out to the full-backs and centre-backs. At the moment, I'm not happy with the way this ball is just going long, but our centre-forwards, particularly Connor Wickham, should be winning that ball in the air. So I'm just going to go with that for maybe the rest of the first half and see how that goes. Let's just try and play to feet a little bit more. We've still only had 2 shots in the game, XG of 0.26, so we're really not performing in this game, which we should be doing. Look again, very, very, very poor. Well won back by Gower though. Dixon Bonner. Back to Obi. Playing the ball forward again, and we still not won the ball. I mean, to be fair, they do look like they've got some giants at centre-back. It's a nice ball forward for Charman, but he's missed it. They've had some really good chances, Walsall, and they've squandered them all. I think we're going to have to make some changes at half-time. Not really very happy. Let's give them a little bit more encouragement before half-time. Okay, bit of a tongue lashing. It's not good enough. Absolutely unacceptable. Tactics-wise, Connor Wickham's on a 6.4, but so is Luke Charman. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Wickham off. I'm going to bring Corness on for Wickham. I'm going to push Gower forward, and he's going to be an advanced playmaker attacking. And we're going to drop Corness back into here. So hopefully try and play the ball to feet a little bit more. I'm going to go on, I work the ball into the box, more on the plate to feet rather than chucking the ball high. And run at defence as well. I've upped the tempo a little bit. So the second half is underway. Let's see if those changes can actually make a difference for us. The problem is now is, I mean, that's the first time Charman's won the ball in the air and he's nobody to head it to now. So he's playing on his own up front. Come on, Kwamina. Look lively. Kwamina. That was a bit dodgy. Play, Kwamina. Right, can we just play a little bit of football now? A little bit of... No. We're still not playing to orders, are we? Maher, nice take by Istad. Come on, we need to be playing a little bit more to feet. I'm going to go very attacking now, and I'm going to do a demand more. I mean, a draw would not be a disastrous result in this, but when you look at the number of shots that Walsall have had and their XG, unless we're very, very careful in this game, there's only one winner of this game because we've not been in the game at all. It's going to be a bit of a smash and grab this if we do get the 3 points. Okay, last throw of the dice. I'm going to bring Whitmore on for Davis, who's on a yellow. And I'm going to give Charlie Brown another try. Rowley's injured, so it's a chance for Charlie Brown to maybe redeem himself. Come on, Charlie. Prove me wrong. Stick the ball in the back of the net for a 1-0 win and 3 points to us. But after all of that tinkering, it's still Walsall who have the highlight. Well won back by Dixon Bonner. Nice ball to McAllister over the top. We're not winning that, but Kwamina's coming forward with it. Charlie Brown is offside. Calm down. Don't get excited. Nobody jump up and say it's a goal. And no, it wasn't. It was offside. That's a great shame, that. Don't know how I feel about that one at all. We weren't good enough. You must improve. Yeovil have won 3-1 at Dagenham and Redbridge. So that closes the gap a little bit. Not sure how I feel about that. We've just played the two teams who are closest to us. We got absolutely thumped by Yeovil and we couldn't put two passes together against Walsall. In fact, I think we were very lucky to come away with a point out of that game. Walsall had so many chances and squandered them all. Not very happy. Anyway, we move on. FA Trophy now, and we're playing Darlington, so we'll see you very shortly for that one. Well, welcome to Blackwell Meadows for this game against Darlington. It's in the Fylde Cup. We're renaming it now. It's the Fylde Cup. It's our cup. Team for today, Istad in goal. Back four of Kwamina, Davis, Whitmore and Aina. Two in the middle, Mundle and Bolger. Wingers are Casada Thorne and McAllister. Gower is the advanced playmaker with Charman up front. So let's hope we can put on a better display against Darlington than we did against Walsall. We need to start well, which we seem to have done. Had a couple of shots there, one on target after 10 minutes or so. So Kwamina to Mundle. I've changed the team around a little bit today. I'm not sure whether the lack of creativity or different players in midfield were causing the lack of creativity. So Bolger and Mundle come in the centre of the park today. See if we can get that creativity up. I've gone a little bit shorter today as well. We've only got Charman up top today, so we're not playing with the two big strikers. And there's Charman straight away with a lovely, lovely finish. And Casada Thorne with a really nice assist there. So the three players that are brought in there, Bolger, Mundle and Casada Thorne, all combined there to create that chance for Charman. He was in just the right spot and we're 1-0 up. I think there's definitely certain times when playing with two strikers and going long ball, there's certain games that it really does work in, but then when you're playing the better teams, I'm not quite sure that it's a good tactic. But you never can tell. I mean, Darlington are 6th in the Vanarama National North, so they're over a league below us. Quamina. Oh, Quamina, what are you doing, lad? Ho, 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 ho! Quamina redeemed himself there. He gave the ball away, but then he just nipped back in and said, no, sorry, you're not having that ball. That's my ball. Nips in. Mundle into the back of the net. So the changes that I've made a huge difference in this game. I mean, to be fair, you can't really compare Darlington and Walsall, can you? Because at the end of the day, there is a full division between them. So you can't really... It's a little bit unfair to make that comparison, but... I have been trying to do a little bit of rotation in midfield. You know, players like Dixon Bonner have not been getting a start, so I've been trying to do a little bit of rotation, but then, you know, oh, Mundle again. But, you know, as much as you try to appease players, you know, you got players knocking on your door and saying, boss, I'm not playing, I'm unhappy, I'm grumpy. But you have to think of the team, don't you, first? You have to think of the club first. If we get promoted to Sky Bet League 2, possibly win another trophy, it's a massive feather in our cap, and I've got to manage all of that. 28 minutes on the clock and we're winning 3-0. So I have gone playing. Oh, look at Charman now. Charman's full of confidence. Nicked the ball. Whoa, and Mundle has another shot that's tipped over the bar. They've got Molden in goal. I was looking at him a while ago for the goalkeeper position. So we're playing really well. First half, 12 shots, 7 on target, XG of 1.45. Darlington have not really been in it. The dilemma I've got now is do I go a little bit more defensive now to try and hold on to it, or do I just keep up the same pressing game? I'm going to say you're doing brilliantly. Keep it up. I'm not going to make any change at this moment in time, I don't think. I mean, the only player that's tiring a little bit is Harry Davis. It's not surprising, really, because he has played a lot of football. With Wiggett moaning his head off, I'm now not really... I am looking for another central defender. I brought a new scout in who is much, much better than the scout that I let go, and I've set him going on. Can you find me a central defender, please? Up to now, he's not come back with one. We're looking a lot more creative in this game, though. We're holding on to the ball better. I mean, Kumina here, he's raiding up this side. Back to Casada Thorne, in at the box. And a lovely, lovely finish by Sharman. And believe it or not, he's not actually the leading goal scorer in the National. I think that the lad I was talking about from Wrexham, I think, is it Mullin? I think he's leading goal scorer. He's got about 20, well, the last time I looked, had about 26 goals. It's bizarre, isn't it? That Walsall game, we threw so many long balls forward, and we got Charman and Connor Wickham up front, and none of them could win a ball in the air. And yet Charman this game, he's just scored a lovely goal with his head. $80 minutes on the clock. We'll just watch this highlight and then we'll make some subs. Charman's in again. And he hits for his hat-trick. 5-0. Charman with a hat-trick. I don't think he needs a strike partner, does he really? He just needs a service. Lovely little finish there. Okay, all the changes in defence. I've changed my 2 centre-backs and I brought Linton on at left wing-back. And we're just going to drop down a little bit now. We're going to drop the tempo because we don't need to bust a gut in this game now. The game's won. We don't need to wear players out. Well, we're through to the next round of the FA Trophy. Charman's taking the free kicks now. Whoa, just over the top. That is a very, very nice win. Again, like I say, Darlington in the league below us. I would have expected to win that game, but sometimes football is all about momentum. We've had 2 quite poor results against Yeovil and Walsall, but winning that game away from home 5-0 is a really good morale booster, and hopefully it will kick us on for the run into the end of the league season. So a nice little pat on the back there for the lads. Just having a quick look at how Walsall have been doing. So they played their catch-up game now. We've all played 31. And they actually dropped points. In fact, recently they've not been doing well. I mean, look at this here. In the last, how many games is that? 12 games. They've actually only won 2. And they were both FA Trophy games. So Walsall are still in the FA Trophy, but league-wise they've been doing awful. So they have actually now dropped quite important points. So all the top 3 have played 31 games. We're top with 68. Yeovil are 6 points behind, and Walsall are 8 points behind. And we have a better goal difference as well. So another club vision objective passed, and the board are delighted we'd reached the latter stages of the FA Trophy. I'm quite chuffed myself. The draw for the FA Trophy quarter-final is about to... Shall we have a quick look at that? See who we're drawn against. So there's 10 teams left to draw. We've got Chelmsford, Welling, Eastleigh, Maidstone, Walsall, Yeovil, Boreham Wood, Torquay, Fylde and Chorley. I mean, Chorley wouldn't be a bad one, would it really? So there are still some National League North and South teams left. One of those at home would be very, very nice. So let's have a look at the draw. So the first teams out of the hat: Torquay or Boreham Wood against Eastleigh, Chelmsford or Welling against Maidstone. Can this be us, please? Walsall against... So we're away to Walsall. That is not ideal, I have to say. That is not ideal. Well, it looks like if we're going to win the FA Trophy again this season, we're going to have to do it the hard way, because we've just seen against Walsall what a tough game that was, and that was our place. We're now playing them at their place. Not going to be an easy game, that. And Yeovil is still in it as well, who absolutely battered us 4-1. Maybe different tactics against them if we meet them in the semi-final. That's obviously if we beat Walsall in the quarter-final. Well, we have 6 games to play now in the league before that quarter-final tie against Walsall, and we will definitely be coming back for that one. So I'm going to go away, play those 6 games, and then we'll be back to see if we can sort Walsall out this time, because last time we weren't great. And this time we need to be much, much better, especially if we're going to get hold of that shiny trophy again. Because you know me, I love shiny trophies. They're lovely. Those shiny trophies are really, really nice. And we want it to stay in our brand new trophy cabinet. We'll see you very shortly for the Walsall game.